Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Selfwinding 41mm white or silver dial on leather strap, reference 15400OR.OO.D088CR.01. It can also be the same thing on a gold bracelet, which would make it 15400OR.OO.122.0OR.02. It just depends if you want to put it on leather strap or the gold bracelet. I will tell you in this video about the history of this watch. Then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar Royal Oaks. Then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement. Finally, try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start just with a little history. The Royal Oak came out in 1972. It's since gone on to spawn many different variations. This one is reference 15400, which was produced roughly from 2012 to 2018 or 19, something like that. And it has since gone on after this version to make the successor to this version is reference 15500OR, and then again another reference came about, and that is 15510OR. So this is a couple generations back already. But it's around, I don't know, 10-15 years old is the generation of this watch, okay? As of 2026, that is. All right, let's see. And so what are the differences and where does it stand in the lineup? Well, when they made this watch, the 154, the 41mm self-winding, just time and date only AP in gold, they only made it in black and white. Actually, I think they actually also made it in blue. I take it back. So they made it black, white, and the special color was blue. They actually continued on in the same vein, and that's how they do the rest of them too. So when they make the gold versions, they don't make all these funky colors. They just make it in white, black, and blue. And actually, I think they make it in green now as well. But at any rate, at the time in 2012, when they started first making these, that's all they had. And they actually call this silver, but to me it looks white. So I call it one's white, one black. Okay, so this one's the white one. So let's start talking about it now you know where it stands in the lineup and you know a little history. Now let's start talking about the case. The case is going to be 41mm case. It's the same case, more or less, that AP is using now. It's actually a little bit thinner, I believe, than the 10mm of the current generation because the movement is a little bit thinner. We'll get into that in a little bit. But at any rate, it's going to have a beveled edge. It looks like it could be an integrated bracelet if it had the bracelet. This one has a strap on it. All right, and then it has these two plots connected to the case. The case itself is going to be a satin finish top with a beveled edge. All right, and that's going to be all done in rose gold. They don't make it in, I don't think they make this one in yellow gold. Yellow gold is not a very common thing for AP, but they do make it in rose gold, which is what you're seeing here. Okay, so that's the case. And the bezel, next thing is an octagonal bezel. Is the most iconic part of the watch. It's what gives Royal Oak the Royal Oak look. It has a hexagonal screws, a beveled edge on the bezel, and a satin finish on the top. So it's just a really nice way to display the bezel. I forgot to mention though, the previous generation before this is actually a 15300, which is 39mm. Everything's the same between the 39 and the 41, except that AP decided they're not going to change the movement. They're simply going to make the case bigger and put a spacer. So that's the only difference between the previous generation, which was made from 2005 or something like that until 2012, like a 7-year run. This one's from 2012 to 2009. To 19, that is, something like that. So like another 7-year run for this one. Okay, and that's just how AP did it back then. They didn't want to spend all this money and time, effort to R&D a whole new movement, so they just simply made the movement bigger, or the case bigger, put a spacer, and slammed the old movement into this one. So that's the main difference between the previous generation and this one, which a lot of people like. People like this larger 41. It gives it more presence, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the way that the case is, and that's actually leads me to the next topic, which is the dial. Now the dial, as you can see here, it's a white. It has a grand tapestry. They also call it silver, but AP actually has, as I said, they use the old movement on a bigger case. So as you see the date is actually more toward the center. It's not at the periphery like it should be or was in the previous generation, because this one has a smaller movement, and the movement disc wheel could not be on the periphery, constrained by the size of the movement itself. So that's why it's on the center, which actually to me doesn't look as good. But then again, this watch you're paying in the 30s for versus in the close to 60,000. So it's quite a big jump from the newer generation, and it looks more or less the same. Okay. Now the dial here, I'll point out also the name, it says Audemars Piguet, and it also has the logo written above it, and it has the words automatic. In the newer generation, they got rid of the logo. Instead, they write the words Audemars Piguet and they fashion it in gold, and they get rid of the words automatic because there's really no need for that. And they push out the date to the edge, because to the periphery, because the watch itself had a new movement which allowed the date to be at the periphery. And also the hands are a little bit different from the previous generation. I think the hands are actually better, and as well as the hour markers. And the second hand, if you notice, the second hand is it's like a square. On the previous generation, it looked kind of like a leaf. It did not look really that good, to be honest. So there's some differences. This one is a pretty cool example of the evolution of it, but it's still not there, but it still more or less looks like what a current generation looks like, except half the price. So that's a real benefit to it. Okay, let's look at the strap here. And this can be on a rubber or a leather strap, doesn't really matter. But back then they used this AP folding buckle. Not the greatest buckle in the world, to be honest, but it was at the time. But the good thing is you can swap out these straps for whatever you want. You can even put a gold bracelet on it. You can get an original gold bracelet. We sell it at jazztime.com. Or you can buy it for way over retail or a retail price and plus tax at your AD, or you can get it for way under retail at jazztime.com. Okay, let's look at the movement here. The movement is actually, as you see, there's this big spacer here, so that's why the movement is a little bit smaller. It's a caliber 3120. Believe it or not, the 3120 movement is actually, I would say it's even better than the current generation one. It's been around for a long time, 20 plus years. It's had not zero problem, but very little problems. They've had time to work out those issues. So the watch works really well with this movement. The new in-house one, this one's not in-house. The new in-house one has all sorts of problems. They're working it out though. Has a nice gold rotor here. It's full gold. The newer generation is bigger movement, and it also has a cutout rotor. But anyways, it's a good movement. So time to try this watch on my wrist and give me my thoughts. I'm a fan of the AP. I love it. I think they're great, and in gold, it's really a baller watch. And if you want to be a baller on a budget, not have to spend no 60 grand, spend 30 grand, and you still have a gold AP, this would definitely be one that you should consider. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I'm not going to give all my thumbs up because it's not the best AP out there, but it definitely is a good one. And for the price, it says a lot. So look, if you want to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazztime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.